Hello everyone, welcome to How to HR, our weekly series giving you some really straight talking, practical tips on all aspects of your people. Hi there, how are you? I'm Kristy-Lee. I'm the host of the How to HR series, director of the Footprint Group and founder of the Your People Powered Business membership, plus host of the People Powered Business podcast. Great to be here with you today. Hope you're having a great day and you've been having a great week since our last episode. This is episode number 2 of the series. This is our brand new series for 2021. So if you're listening into this and you think, oh, there's something I'd like to know how to in the world of HR, anything to do with finding people, building your team, managing your existing team, leveraging your people, engagement, retention, termination and exiting, anything at all, please just shoot us a message, let me know, and I will absolutely be happy to cover that for you on a further episode of How to HR. Now, on today's episode, we are talking about how to figure out which modern award applies to your business and each of your team members in that business. Now, before I dive into that, I just wanted to let you know that yesterday that we announced that the doors for the Your People Powered Business membership are currently open for a super quick period of time only. We're closing midnight tomorrow, the 29th of January. This was a special open for those who joined us on a masterclass I ran yesterday, and of course for those people who have been on the wait list since we opened last year. So it's a very quick open period. You can join us right now, but only until midnight tomorrow, the 29th of January. If you're keen to know what that's about and you're interested in joining us, just head over to peoplepoweredbusiness.com.au/join. I'll put a link below to this video, but peoplepoweredbusiness.com.au/join. You can learn all about the membership there and see if it's right for you, and you'll be able to join right there on that screen. Now, let's get into today's episode, how to figure out which modern award applies to your business and to your team. This can be a really complex area for some business owners because it's not always simple. And the whole world of modern awards is quite overwhelming and confusing. So I'm just going to walk you through a really simple process to help you determine which modern award applies. Now, the important thing to remember is that almost every employee in Australia will be covered by one of the modern awards. If you're a private business, if you're not a government body, it's almost certain that your team are going to be covered by an award. There are very, very few exceptions, and you'll find that at least some of your team are likely covered, unless you've got an enterprise agreement in place, of course. But even if some of your professional employees aren't covered, it's entirely likely some of your team will be. There's very, very few exceptions around that. So knowing that you need to be covered by an award and knowing which award you are covered by is super important, because if you don't abide by the conditions of that award, then you might find yourself in hot water with the Fair Work Commission, which nobody wants, of course. And you certainly don't want to end up with a back payment claim on your hands because you haven't met award conditions. So the first step in determining which award applies is understand we've got 2 core types of awards. We've got industry awards that are related to a certain industry, such as the signwriting industry, for example. And then we have occupation awards, which relate to specific occupations, things like the Clerks Private Sector Award. Now, the important thing to know is you first have to look at industry awards. They are like the big kahuna, and that's where you need to start. So the first step in determining which award applies is having a look at whether there is an industry award that covers your industry. Now, not every industry has an industry award, but lots do. Far more do than don't, that's for sure. So you first want to look at, is there an industry award, and you need to go to that award first. Now, once you think, oh, it could be this award or that award, you might need to look at a couple to have a look, because sometimes it's not all that clear. There's a couple of different building awards, there's a couple of different electrical awards, and so on and so forth. So once you think, oh, it could be this or that award that might be the industry award, you want to have a look at the coverage clause, and that will explain what businesses are covered by that particular award. If you read that clause and you think, yes, that's me, you're in the right place. The next thing you need to do is go to the classification section of that award and read through that. And that will tell you which of your employees are covered by that award. So if you found an industry award that is correct for your business because of the industry that you work in, everyone that can be covered by that award should be covered by that award. The only people that won't be covered by that award are those where there's no classification that fits them perfectly. So an example could be one of the Building and Trades Awards. You might find many of your staff are covered by that, but there is no classification in that award for clerical and administrative staff. So most of your staff might be covered by the building award, and then you might realise that there's not a classification for everyone. So what do you do then? Then you go to your occupation awards. So if you've got a whole bunch of tradies covered by one award, but there's no clerical classification, then you go to the Clerks Private Sector Award for those staff, and you find the classification that suits them. It is very likely you will have more than one award operational in your business, which I know is a pain in the backside, but it is the reality. Most businesses will have at least 2 awards operational. It's quite common. Now, whilst administratively and from a payroll perspective and a HR perspective, that can cause some complexities. Once you understand who's covered by which award, all you've got to do is follow the rules in that award. Now, as I said, first of all, industry award, see which industry award applies and see which classifications you're covered off or your team are covered off under. And if there's employees in your business who don't fit into those classifications, then go and look for an occupation award for them. Now, if there is no industry award that covers you, which could be the case, not very often, but it could be the case, then of course you'd go straight to those occupation awards to see who's covered by that. You could have a graphic designer covered under the Graphic Arts Award, a on-road salesperson covered under the Commercial Sales Award, your admin team covered under the Clerks Private Sector Award, and so on and so forth. So you can't just pick one award, you must pay under the correct award for that particular employee. Now, I will say the other thing to remember as well, this is not just about pay rates. The conditions of the award, things like loadings and penalties and allowances, also apply to those employees, even if you are paying them higher than award rates. Unless you've got the right documentation in place to protect you, things like IFAs and annualised wage agreements, for example, you must pay all of the penalties and allowances in the award, even if you're paying a higher hourly rate. So it is something to be careful of, because that's where many businesses trip up. So choosing the right award is understanding what industry you work in, looking for an award that suits that industry, reading the coverage clause to make sure that's you, then reading the classification section to see what employees and what particular roles in your business are definitely covered by that award. Then for anyone else in your business that isn't covered there, looking outside of that at your occupation awards, things like the Clerks Private Sector Award, the Graphic Arts Award, Commercial Sales Award are a few of those occupational awards, and they might apply to other people in your organisation. Knowing that will make sure that you are doing the right things to make sure your business is protected from any claims at the Fair Work Commission, from any back payment claims, and making sure that you're paying your employees in accordance with the terms of that award to keep you and your business protected. So this week on How to HR, we talked all about how to find the right modern award, and I hope that's been super helpful for you. If you have questions, pop them below and more than happy to answer those for you. So that's it for today. Just a reminder, the doors for the Your People Powered Business membership are currently open for a super special tiny time just till midnight tomorrow, the 29th of January. If you're keen to know more or to join the membership, please head to peoplepoweredbusiness.com.au/join. We would love to see you inside the membership. I've just been recording videos welcoming our new members before coming live today. So I look forward to seeing you there. Have a fabulous day, and I'll be back next week for another episode of How to HR.